We were talking about how U.S. flags get lowered to half staff for 30 days after the passing of a former president, and how that is uniform for all flags above federal buildings, state buildings, county buildings, schools, libraries, park districts, everywhere. You lower your flag to half staff for 30 days in remembrance of a fallen president, a past president that's passed away, like Jimmy Carter just did. And then this guy left this comment, and it is confusing the shit out of me. Remember, one state doesn't have a state flag. Please do research and please go back oxygen. The first thing I would say is that it ain't oxygen that I'm inhaling most often. I'm just saying. Secondly, every state has a state flag. There's not one state that does not have a state flag. And I don't know what state flags would have to do with federal flags being lowered to half staff, other than the fact that by law state flags need to be flown below federal flags. If there's an American flag and then a state flag on the same flagpole, the state flag has to be below the federal flag, the U.S. flag. Outside of that, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to get at with this comment. And lastly, the way that it's worded, the lack of punctuation, and the way you go back oxygen, it makes it sound like it's some troll farm in Russia, right? Go back oxygen. Like you don't know how to speak English. Like English is a second language to you. And if so, listen, I'm not knocking you, right? Everybody's got to make a living. And if that's how you're making a living, you're working for some Russian bot farm somewhere, then make that paper, boo. Make that paper. Fucking work a double today and make that money. But, word of advice. Actually, this would be more of a word of advice for your managers. So if you could go grab Vlad and show him this, okay, so that he could hear this, because this is really advice for him. Yo, Vlad, you there? You really got to get these guys up to speed on English before you bump them up to the commenting crew. You know what I mean? Keep them in research until they know how to speak and type English. Then you can bump them up to commenting. But whoever you have that's doing the commenting, they got to do better than this. Go back oxygen. It's like moose and squirrel. Do better.